This is a map of the Philippines. Right here is an island called Marinduque. Marinduque, when you think of it, you should think of a tropical island, just like the Lord of the Flies Island, Paradise. Has tropical trees, palm trees, pristine waters. But when I went there 2 years ago, I saw the results of this. In 1996, mine tailings spilled out into the top left portion of Marinduque. As a result, the entire top left part of Marinduque is tainted, and people lived off of rivers in that area. But now you cannot. There are no fish living in those rivers, and the crops cannot grow there. So this entire section of Marinduque, like above where I'm going, is completely covered in tailings, which is, they went there for gold. It's the leftovers of what they have acidic chemicals. You can see right here, this entire land strip is tailings. It's acidic. And the company that caused all these tailings to be dumped here, they say that it's an awesome island, that you can have a resort here, but you can't. What it really is close up is, can I start over? This is a map of the Philippines. Right here is an island named Marinduque. Marinduque, when you think of it, you should think of a tropical paradise, palm trees, pristine waters. You can go snorkeling, have a lot of fun. But in 1996, tailings spilled out from the top of a mountain called Mount Tapia. The tailings are what's left over when you leach a metal out of mines. What the company that went to the Philippines got from it was they took all the metals out of gold, out of the mines, and they were left with just gold. But they put acidic chemicals and lead, cadmium. That's what all this is. It's a sludge, and it's covering the entire portion of Marinduque above where my hand is. Before they spilled in 1996, they had been dumping all of their tailings into this area up to 1991 when it was outlawed. You can see this whole peninsula, that's 4.6 miles long, is just mine tailings. And you can see in the water that it's spread out into the water even further. Nothing lives on these islands. It's poisonous. After they were outlawed from going into Marinduque, into Calican Bay, they started putting all the tailings in the Tapian pit on top of a mountain. But in 1996, the plug at the bottom of the Tapian pit burst, and that's how all the tailings spilled out under the top left of Marinduque. This is what one of the two main rivers in that area looks like now. That's essentially concrete right now. And if you walk in it, you'll get lesions on your feet. I'll show you what those look like later. This is another river. The pH of this river is now 4.5. If you walk in it, people have to walk across these rivers daily to get to school, to get to work, to get to any kind of food, to markets, anywhere. But the company that caused all this destruction is called Marcopper. They claim that you can still swim in it, but if you swim in it, if you have a queasy stomach, don't look at the next two slides. This is what happens. If you walk in these, this will happen to you. And yet they claim that it's completely safe to walk in it. It's not. People have to get their legs amputated because of this. And that guy over there, he has to put on fake legs every day and use crutches to walk over to a boat. Then he has to swim miles out of Calican Bay just to go get a few fish, which are already poisonous because nothing can live in that area. You can look up now. And it's not just people that were alive at the time of the incident that are affected by this. These kids were born after the incident, but you can see that because they have to walk past the rivers to get to school every day, they have spot lesions on their feet already starting. They'll probably have to get amputated too. And the problem is still continuing today. This is at the top of the mountain again, and every time it rains, these tailings spill down and they get into the fields. the fields are covered in the tailings, and everything that grows in the few things that do grow in the fields are covered in this, and they're poisonous, the few things that do grow. And as a result, you get people that have to eat off of the ground. They don't have any food. The fish, the crops, everything in Marinduque is completely gone in that section. And the only reason that this happened is because capitalists, like the company that went to mine for gold, is this worth this? Is it really worth having money and gold if you have to leave this behind? It's not. And it may not seem that close to us. It's a third world country. You probably wouldn't think about it, but the company that is responsible for this, Barrick, recently bought Placer Dome, which owned Marcopper. They're actually mining in America right now. 97% of their assets are in America and Nevada. Right now they're ruining the groundwater in Nevada. And if we don't do something about this, we'll have an incident just like Marcopper again. Thank you.